Hold up, y'all. You're not ready for what just went down on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13. Things have officially gone from messy to downright explosive. Just when fans thought the dust had settled between Scrappy, his baby mama drama, and his real mama Momma Dee, boom, an unexpected showdown erupted, and it was caught on camera for the world to see. Tensions flared, voices were raised, and secrets spilled faster than you could say Family Feud. Now here's the tea. Scrappy's new girlfriend, Britney, thought she could slide into the picture quietly, but oh no, not with Momma Dee in the mix. And definitely not with Emani, Scrappy's daughter, with Erica Dixon lurking in the shadows. What started as a casual family gathering turned into an all-out verbal brawl, and honey, nobody held back. Momma Dee came in swinging with her signature dramatic flair, throwing shade and slamming teacups, while Emani, all grown up and fierce, confronted Britney about what she really thought of her. Witnesses say the air was so thick with tension, you could cut it with a knife. "You ain't finna replace nobody," Emani snapped, her voice trembling with rage. Britney stood her ground, but insiders say she had no idea what she was walking into. And Scrappy, the poor man, was caught dead in the middle, trying to keep the peace while watching his new love interest go toe-to-toe with the two most important women in his life. Talk about pressure. Fans are already calling it one of the wildest confrontations in LHTL history, and social media is in a complete frenzy. Some are Team Britney, saying she's just trying to love Scrappy and mind her business. Others are riding hard for Momma Dee and Emani, claiming they have every right to demand respect and answers. So what really went down that night? What set Momma Dee off? And did Britney cross a line with Scrappy's daughter, or is she just being unfairly dragged into the family's chaos? Stay locked in, because we've got the full, uncut drama you won't see on VH1, and trust us, it's about to get messy. It all started on a hot Thursday afternoon in Atlanta, the kind where secrets sweat themselves out and tempers rise just as fast as the humidity. Scrappy had been keeping things quiet lately, trying to rebuild his peace after the chaos of last season, but peace don't last long in the world of love and hip-hop. See, Scrappy had been dating a new girl named Britney. Not Britney from around the way, not Britney with the baby daddy drama, no. This was Instagram influencer Britney, the one with the soft voice, long lashes, and the kind of beauty that turns heads and stirs up whispers. She had been sliding into the LHTL social circle slowly, but steadily. At first, it was brunches and backstage appearances. Then came the Instagram posts matching sneakers with Scrappy, birthday dinners, and the cryptic captions like "healing in love." Fans noticed, Erica noticed, and most of all, Momma Dee definitely noticed. Now, if there's one thing you need to know about Momma Dee, it's that she don't play about her throne. And her family? That's her kingdom. She's fought tooth and nail to protect her son, sometimes from the world, sometimes from himself. And the idea of a new woman coming in and trying to assert her presence without the royal approval, that's grounds for war in Momma Dee's book. Behind the scenes, whispers were already swirling that she felt disrespected by Britney. "She ain't came to me like a real woman," Momma Dee had reportedly told a producer off camera. "She ain't bowed. She ain't shown no grace. She tryna skip the line and sit at my table without asking if there's room." That right. There was the beginning of the storm, but the fire didn't catch until Emani got involved. Emani, Scrappy's daughter with Erica Dixon, had been watching things unfold from the sidelines, trying to stay neutral. At just 19, she's grown enough to form her own opinions and strong enough to speak them out loud. Word on the street was that she never vibed with Britney, calling her fake nice and saying she was too concerned with clout to be real. Family. She'd kept her distance, but when she saw her grandma Momma Dee start getting iced out, no invites, no phone calls, no respect, that's when the gloves came off. "I don't care who you dating," Emani was heard telling a friend during a fasta time that later got leaked. "But if she's gonna treat my grandma like that, nah, we got a problem." So the stage was set. A family dinner that Scrappy tried to arrange to smooth things over. A quiet table at an upscale southern spot in Buckhead. He thought maybe, just maybe, he could get the women in his life to meet halfway, eat some catfish, sip some sweet tea, and let bygones be bygones. But baby, This is love and hip-hop. Nothing stays sweet for long. The night started off tense, but polite. Scrappy pulled out chairs, cracked jokes, tried to charm everyone into comfort. Britney was dressed demurely, like she knew she was walking into enemy territory. Momma Dee came in late intentionally, dramatically wearing a red velvet blazer like she was walking into court to pass judgment. And Emani, sitting straight-backed, eyes sharp, sipping on a lemon water like she was ready for anything. For the first 20 minutes, it was all small talk. Britney complimented Emani's hair. Momma Dee asked about Britney's little projects, pretending not to know she had over 2 million followers. Scrappy grinned like a hostage. And then came the question. So, Britney, Momma Dee said, placing her napkin down slowly, you planning on being around for a while? Or is this just one of them seasonal situations? Her tone was icy sweet on the surface, but sharpened underneath. Scrappy stiffened. Britney blinked. I'm here for Scrappy, she said, steady but soft. As long as he wants me, I'm around. Emani scoffed. It was quiet, almost under her breath, but loud enough. All eyes turned. Britney smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. You got something to say? She asked. Emani leaned forward. Yeah, I just don't buy it. You popped up out of nowhere. All of a sudden daddy posting you. And now you acting like you built for this family? Scrappy held up his hand. Yo, Emani, chill nah. Emani said, cutting him off. I've been chill. I've been quiet. But this girl been playing dress up with my dad and pretending like my grandma don't exist. That's fake. Britney's voice rose just a little. I haven't disrespected anyone. I've just been minding my business exactly. Momma Dee cut in. Too much Minden your own and not enough Minden the family you say you care about. You don't call. You don't check in. You walk around like you queen bee, but baby, this hive already got a queen. At that point, the energy at the table cracked like thunder. Scrappy stood up, trying to calm everyone down. Can we not do this here, please? I just wanted y'all to get to know each other, not tear each other down. But the floodgates had opened. Britney stood too, voice rising with each word. Y'all don't know me. You decided not to know me. You think I'm some thirsty chick using Scrappy, but you don't know what we've been through. Momma Dee laughed, cold and biting. Oh, baby girl, I know plenty. You got all them followers, but not a single soul who told you how to be a lady in this family. You know what? Britney snapped, pushing her chair back. I don't need this. I didn't sign up to be insulted by a woman who calls herself the queen and a teenager who don't even know me. Emani shot up. I know enough to see a phony when I see one. Security moved in. The restaurant staff started hovering. Scrappy had his head in his hands, trying to hold in his anger and embarrassment. This ain't what I wanted, man, he muttered to himself. This ain't what I wanted. And just like that, Britney stormed out, heels clicking hard against the marble floors, leaving behind a stunned table and a whole mess of unresolved fury. But if anyone thought it was over, they were dead wrong. Because outside in the parking lot, cameras still rolling, Britney was waiting, arms crossed, breathing heavy, phone in hand. And what happened next would ignite a whole new level of drama that nobody saw coming. Back in Atlanta, the fallout from that explosive night was only just beginning. While Britney's car disappeared into the night, the emotional debris she left behind lingered like smoke. Scrappy didn't go home with Momma Dee. He didn't call Emani. He didn't even try to reach out to Erica, who was already throwing thinly veiled shade online. Instead, he checked into a hotel downtown alone, needing space to think, or as insiders say, hide. Because now, the man caught in the middle of the most talked about showdown of love and hip-hop season 13 was about to have his truth unraveled, piece by messy piece. Just days after the altercation, Britney made her move. She met with producers and demanded an exclusive. Not just a confessional, but a tell-all. And oh, she came prepared. Her receipts were digital, organized, and devastating. Text messages from Scrappy that dated back months. Voice notes that painted a very different picture than the one he'd been selling to his family. There were screenshots of missed calls at 3 a.m., videos of late-night visits, and one jaw-dropping clip that had producers practically salivating, Scrappy shirtless, visibly intoxicated, slurring into the camera. You the only piece I God, Brit. They all fake. Every last one. When that footage aired in a preview drop on Instagram, fans went feral. The comment section exploded. Scrappy been lying to his family, oh my god. One fan wrote. Another posted, Momma Dee gonna flip when she sees this. #TM Britney. The tide was starting to turn. Britney wasn't just some outsider anymore. She was quickly becoming the truth teller, the underdog who had receipts and wasn't afraid to use them. And just as things started heating up online, behind the scenes, Scrappy was spiraling. According to a close friend who chose to remain anonymous but talked to a popular gossip blogger, Scrappy felt ambushed, betrayed, and emotionally exhausted. He reportedly told friends, "I tried to protect everyone, and now I'm the villain. This is why I don't open up to nobody." But it was too late. The narrative had slipped out of his hands. Momma Dee, furious over the clip of Scrappy dissing his own blood, went on a full Instagram rant in classic Momma Dee fashion. She recorded a selfie video from her living room throne, yes, her actual gilded throne chair, wearing a fur robe and sunglasses, addressing the betrayal heard round the kingdom. "My own son," she began dramatically, "sit there and call his mama fake? Baby, let me tell you something. The only thing fake in this situation is that little girl's loyalty. I brought that boy into this world. I protected him through every storm, and now he wanna turn his back for some social media mermaid with a filter for a soul. The queen has spoken." The video went viral instantly. Memes were born. Fans edited her clip over Game of Thrones footage, calling her Momma Dee of House ATL, first of her name, Queen of Drama, Mother of Clapbacks. But the pain behind her words was very real. She wasn't just hurt, she was heartbroken. She'd never seen her son choose a woman over his own daughter and mother, and now it was happening in front of millions. And speaking of Emani, she had stayed quiet. Too quiet. Until she didn't. In a surprising twist, Emani uploaded a TikTok video that night, lip-syncing to a soundbite that fans immediately recognized. "Don't tell me I'm overreacting when you've been underestimating me from the start." Her caption? "Watch the quiet ones." Boom! 2 million views. 10,000 comments. The girl had entered the chat and everyone was listening. Erica Dixon, seeing her daughter pulled deeper into the drama, decided enough was enough. She set up a private meeting with Scrappy and the producers. "I want her off this show," she said, according to sources close to the production. "Emani's not your storyline. She's not here to fight with grown women or defend herself on TV." Producers begged to differ. Emani's TikTok alone had generated more engagement than the last 3 episodes combined. They wanted her front and center. They offered Erica a separate segment, a controlled sit-down interview where she and Emani could speak their truth. She reluctantly agreed, but only on the condition that it not be edited to favor Britney. Meanwhile, Britney was building her own power base. She released a cryptic YouTube vlog titled "What They Don't Want You to Know," sitting in a soft-lit room with subtle makeup and a melancholy soundtrack playing in the background. She never said Scrappy's name, but it was obvious who she was talking about. "There's someone in my life," she said softly, "who made me feel like I was finally seen, like I mattered. And then I realized I was just a secret piece he needed in a war he didn't want to fix. I wasn't loved. I was an escape route." She paused, her voice cracking just slightly. "To be dragged by people I tried to embrace, to be attacked for loving someone who clearly wasn't ready for love. That broke something in me." Fans were divided. Some called her manipulative, others praised her vulnerability. But either way, she had everyone watching. Producers saw opportunity. So, for the mid-season finale, they orchestrated the unthinkable, a second face-to-face. Only this time, it wouldn't be at a restaurant. It would be at Momma Dee's mansion, neutral ground. Cameras everywhere. Security tight. This wasn't just a scene, it was a reckoning. The invite list? Scrappy, Momma Dee, Britney, Emani, Erica Dixon. That's right, the whole kingdom. Word spread fast. Fans camped outside the set. Helicopters from gossip outlets circled the skies. It was the most anticipated confrontation since Joseline Hernandez slapped Stevie J. Inside, the energy was tense. Britney arrived first, alone, wearing all white, a move that fans later called her Olivia Pope moment. Scrappy came next, wearing black, walking like a man who had lost sleep and gained enemies. Momma Dee descended the staircase like royalty, with 2 bodyguards who were mostly for show. Erica arrived holding Emani's hand, both of them looking calm, but firm, like a mother-daughter unit ready to finish what was started. Cameras rolled. Momma Dee broke the silence first. Let's get it straight. This house ain't for pretend peace. This house is for truth. Speak yours. Britney didn't flinch. I've always respected this family, but what I won't do is be scapegoated for problems that existed long before I came along. Emani stepped forward. Respect starts with acknowledging people. You walked into my father's life and acted like we weren't part of the deal. And your father, Britney replied, her voice sharper now, invited me into his life without giving me the full picture. You don't know what he told me. You don't know what he said when y'all weren't around. Erica cut in. Then say it. Say what he said. Everyone went silent. Scrappy looked trapped. Britney turned to him. Tell them, or I will. His voice broke. I told her I didn't feel safe. That y'all made me feel like a checkbook, like a disappointment. That's why I leaned on her. Gasps. Momma Dee stood stunned. Emani's eyes filled with tears. Erica looked at him like she was seeing a stranger. Britney looked down. He didn't want love. He wanted shelter. And I was tired of being his storm cellar. And with that, she stood up, nodded politely, and walked out. Again. But this time, she wasn't the villain. She wasn't the outsider. She was the girl who walked away from a man who couldn't stand in the middle without falling. And the rest of the family? Left sitting in a silence louder than any argument they'd ever had. But it still wasn't over. Because the last scene, the one producers saved for the final seconds, showed Momma Dee alone, looking into the camera. She was wrong, she whispered, but so were we, and I'm scared my baby might be broken for real this time. Fade to black. The reunion episode aired 2 weeks later, and by then, the entire city of Atlanta felt like it was holding its breath. Ratings soared through the roof. Twitter was on fire before the opening credits even rolled. And the network? They were loving every second of the chaos, because what had started as a dinner gone wrong had turned into the most emotionally charged season arc love and hip-hop Atlanta had seen in years. But this time, it wasn't just about clouds, shade, or who threw a drink on who. This time, it was about legacy, loyalty, and a love that had cracked at its core. The set of the reunion was built to feel like a court of judgment: golden chairs, velvet drapes, and a backdrop that looked like a royal courtroom. Appropriate, considering Momma Dee had already declared herself the queen and was walking into the studio with a gold staff and a matching crown. Fans cheered, others rolled their eyes, but no one could deny she knew how to make an entrance. Britney arrived next, escorted by her PR rep and personal stylist. Her outfit was sleek, professional, less Instagram model and more businesswoman, like she had something to prove. Her hair was pulled back tight, her expression unreadable. She didn't wave. She didn't pose. She walked straight to her seat and crossed her legs like a woman ready to face her critics. The crowd murmured. Some cheered. Some booed. Then came Scrappy alone, dressed in all black. No smile. No peace offering. Just a man carrying the weight of every mistake he'd made over the past 3 months. His eyes looked tired. His posture was tense. And the moment he sat down, he didn't look left or right. He just stared straight ahead. The last to arrive were Emani and Erica. The room clapped respectfully, but you could feel the shift in energy. Erica looked calm but battle-ready. Emani wore a black leather jacket and a diamond e-necklace that glistened under the lights. She didn't say a word, but her face said everything. She was here to finish what had been started. The host welcomed them all and wasted no time. We all saw what went down this season: the fights, the tears, the accusations. But tonight, we want answers. We want clarity. And above all, we want healing. Britney scoffed softly. Healing doesn't come from being ambushed on national television. Momma Dee raised an eyebrow. Neither does love come from sliding into a boy's heart while ignoring the women who raised him. Can we not start like this? Scrappy muttered. Please, just for once, can we not start with daggers? But it was too late. The host turned to Emani. Emani, this is your first reunion appearance. What's it been like watching the public weigh in on your relationship with your dad and Britney? Emani didn't hesitate. It hurt. Watching people talk like I was just a bitter daughter or jealous or immature, that wasn't fair. I love my dad, but I'm also not about to let a stranger walk in and act like me and my grandma don't matter. Britney fired back instantly. I never said y'all didn't matter. I was just tired of being treated like an intruder. You were an intruder, Momma Dee snapped. You walked into our kingdom and never asked who built the castle. You just wanted the throne. The crowd gasped. Scrappy finally broke. Y'all need to stop talking about people like they're furniture. Britney ain't perfect, but neither are any of us. Y'all act like I brought the devil into the house, but I was trying to breathe. That's it. Erica spoke up, and in breathing, you suffocated your own daughter's feelings. You want everyone to forgive you, Scrappy, but have you actually apologized to your child for the way you let her be attacked online? That hit deep. Scrappy turned to Emani. I'm sorry, baby girl. I really am. I should have protected you. I should have stepped in. I let everything spiral and you got caught in the storm. That's on me. Emani blinked hard, fighting tears. I just wanted to feel like I came first sometimes. That's all. For the first time all season, the room went quiet. Then the host turned to Britney. Britney, do you regret getting involved with Scrappy? She paused, thought, and then said quietly, no, I loved him. I still care. But I regret thinking love alone could fix something that was already broken before I arrived. I wasn't the glue. I became another crack. Momma Dee looked at her differently for the first time. That's the most honest thing you've said since you got here. Britney nodded. Well, maybe I had to be broken too before I could say it. The reunion went on more confessions, more reflections, and a surprise message from Bambi, Scrappy's ex-wife, who sent in a recorded video saying, I've had my share of ups and downs with Scrappy, but I pray he finds peace for his sake and his daughters. And y'all better stop blaming these new girls for the old man's mistakes. It was a mic drop moment. Even the host had to laugh. By the end of the episode, no one was hugging. No one magically made up. But something shifted. There was acknowledgement. There was a sliver of respect. Even Momma Dee gave Britney a nod. Small but meaningful. Outside the studio, fans waited behind barricades, screaming names, waving signs. One fan held up a poster that said Team Emani forever. Another wore a shirt that read, Queen Dee don't miss. But the loudest chant that night, it wasn't about Britney, or Scrappy, or even Erica. It was a simple phrase. Fix the family. Fix the family. Because if this season proved anything, it's that fans didn't just tune in for the drama. They tuned in for the truth. The raw, unfiltered, chaotic love that makes us all feel something. And for better or worse, this family, they gave us everything. So there you have it. Y'all, a storm of emotions, broken bonds, cold truths, and raw confrontations that shook not just the cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13, but the entire fanbase watching from every corner of the internet. What started as a simple introduction turned into an all-out battle for respect, legacy, and loyalty. Britney came in with love, but left with scars. Emani stood her ground and reminded everyone she's not just Scrappy's daughter, she's a voice in this family, and she will be heard. Momma Dee, the queen, stayed true to form, fierce and unapologetic, but even she had to admit, the crown feels heavier when the family starts crumbling. And Scrappy, caught in the middle of 3 generations of women, torn between guilt, regret, and a desperate need to be understood, may have finally learned that silence and avoidance only delay the explosion. But now, the question remains, is this family too fractured to fix? Will Scrappy and Emani rebuild their bond? Will Britney ever return, not as the girlfriend, but maybe, just maybe, as the woman who told the truth when no one wanted to hear it? And what will Momma Dee do if she sees her throne slipping beneath her feet? We want to hear from you. Was Britney misunderstood or manipulative? Did Emani handle it like a grown woman or go too far? Is Scrappy just a man caught in a storm or the one creating the thunder? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read everything. Don't forget to like this video if you're here for the drama, the honesty, and the truth that LHHATL never fails to deliver. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because baby, if you thought this season was wild, just wait till the next chapter. Till then, stay messy, Stay watching and stay tuned.